On this loop ride, Mary Ann, Bill, Lorraine, Jan, Dave, and myself, Bob, ride from a parking place across the road from the Sinking Valley Presbyterian Church at the intersection of Kettle and Churchill Roads near Arch Spring, Pennsylvania, to Couch's Restaurant near McAlevey's Fort, Pennsylvania. It is a 62.8-mile ride with 3,593 feet of elevation, using low-traffic highways and backcountry roads. You can find the link to the GPX file in the description. Here we are at the Sinking Valley Presbyterian Church, getting ready to start the ride. Here we are on Kettle Road, headed east, and Bill and Mary Ann are out front, followed by Lorraine, and then Jan and Dave, and I'm pulling up the rear. There are a lot of Amish farms in Sinking Valley where we're riding, and this is one of the larger areas where they have produce stores, and buggies are always there. We've just turned right onto Nichols Road, and we're trying to eliminate a little bit of 453, a major highway you can see right to our left. That's Bill out front, then Mary Ann, who will now take the lead, and Lorraine just off to the right. We've just finished our first climb and are now headed down for a mile or two on Hungry Hollow Road. Beautiful downhill, but we're in the shade. A little chilly.
It's a little cooler.
That's Mary Ann. She's leading this particular ride. Here we are in Waterville, Pennsylvania, making the turn onto the William Penn Highway, and then that's Bill in the lead, and we will then make a right down onto the Lauer Trail. It's a Rails to Trails path.
A little deja vu, Bill. I say a little deja vu. I was just down through here in the car yesterday.
Oh, was ya?
Yeah. I went down to help my wife, well, and a guy that's a potter over in Huntington.
Bill's signaling the turn to go down to the Lauer Trail. Dangerous little corner here coming up.
Careful.
A lot of loose rock right there. And people on the trail. It's a very popular trail. It runs about 16 miles to our west. So we don't have much of it here until we get right here where we are. We're going into Alexandria. We're back on the highway. This is the western part of Alexandria, Pennsylvania. And we're going to turn left on Barree Road and go up to a little town called Barree. There's Bill at Barree visiting with a Bigfoot. And We had to stop and visit with that Bigfoot because there was a train crossing the tracks just ahead of us. In this area, we'll be riding the Barree and the Bethel and the Brookside roads. Pretty decent little hill here. Jan and Dave and I are on electric assist bikes, specialized Creos. The other people on regular road bikes, so going up the hills, we have a good time. That's Marianne out front and Lorraine just off to the left, just out of view of the camera. Wonderful country road.
All right, race your shadow.
Yeah.
That's Marianne and Lorraine cresting a hill. And now we're going down that hill.
I've been told.
Here we're in the parking lot of the Petersburg Bethel Church, and we're shedding some clothes. It's warming up. The day's supposed to get into the 70s. And then we will turn onto Schaefer's Creek Road. See a car going west, we'll be going east.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, typical fisherman. You know, yeah, you can't trust it.
I know.
We was on this highway the other day, Bob.
We sure were.
If the woods we just to come the other day.
Yeah, you were asking about Shavers Creek Environmental Center.
Yes,
If you wanted to go there from here, you'd go keep going straight.
okay.
So that was Schaefer's Creek Road and Highway 305. We're now just turning down 305.
I don't know how much further it is up there. Maybe
I think the sign said
somewhere that is. Marianne, how far is Shavers Creek from here? You know?
That sign says 5 miles.
Oh, 5. Oh, okay.
I've stopped on the crest of a hill and turned around, and
there's another hill coming up, Bill.
I don't kill you, wait until I still hate you.
Bill just said he hated me. You know, I turned the bike on turbo to get up this hill. So that was Bill, and here comes Marianne.
Bill said he hates me more.
This was a nasty little hill. That was Jan.
Nasty little hill.
Yeah, it is.
And there's Lorraine. And now we're headed down. We all stop at the crest of this hill. We've got a long downhill. Make sure everybody gets back together before we take off all the way down to McAlevey's Fort. This is a wonderful downhill. And here we are into the western section of McAlevey's Fort. unincorporated community was named after a pioneer fort built near here in 1778 by Captain William McAlevey. We're going to make a right and head up to Couch's Restaurant, just up a little hill here for drinks and snacks and food, I guess whatever we want. And this is Couch's, and they do have good food here. So we just pulled in and got everything we needed. We're headed east on Greenwood Road, and we're going to make a right here on Weller Road. We're out about 30 miles. This is the far east end of our trip. And it's not very far from here that a fawn runs across the road. People brake, I'm not paying attention, hit a wheel, and crash into the ditch. This is certainly after the crash. Bill's out there in front. I'm feeling some problems in my ribs, but turned up the bike. Glad I had the extra battery along. Turned up the bike to my sport mode and save some energy and just kind of ride along with everybody. Even though I'm in some pain, this is a beautiful ride. We don't have much of a shoulder, and there's a car behind us. Bill's looking ahead and motioning him around. Most of the vehicles are very courteous. This is our last major climb. It's Chillicothe Hollow Road, and there are really three big levels going up that last hill. And now we're coming back down. That's Lorraine in kind of pinkish on the left, Marianne on the right, Jan right on my right, and the other guys are behind us someplace. Beautiful house, massive house. And now we're back at our starting point at the Sinking Valley
No, he wanted to get
Presbyterian
63
Church.
miles on.
I'm really happy with 62 point whatever it was.
Yeah, me too. So as soon as I can get off that, I feel better.
Talking about my
Oh, I'm
wreck.
fine. I'll be good in the morning,
Good.
I'm sure.
A touch of wheels did me in. I was fine in the morning.